What's up, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome to the family. If you are watching a replay, thank you. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know you are watching the replay. If you don't know who I am PEEMATHIS, the accountant, and my channel was created to help you build a better financial future. On my channel, we talk about finances, life issues, world issue, and a plethora of other things. But our main goal is to help you build a better financial future. If you don't know, I'm an author. So if you're interested in learning how to make passive income, you want to get my passive income, the link is in the description. Or if you are a business owner or a creator and you want to use video marketing to grow your brand, grow your business, you want to get my video marketing book. And that link as well is in the description box for you. Also, if you enjoy what I'm doing, you enjoy these videos, and you want me to keep doing this, I need you to like, comment, and make sure you are subscribed to my channel and share this video to as many people as you can. As well as if you're feeling generous and you want to go ahead and put a tip in my tip jar, you can go ahead and send me a tip using CASHAPP, and that information is there. If you want to use the super chat on here on YouTube, you can hit super chat, and you can also send a donation there as well. So you do have that option. But Cash App will be, of course, a lot more easier for, I think, all of us, right? But anyways, but also, again, the key thing is that you guys make sure you like, comment, and definitely subscribe. Turn on your notification bell so that you know when I'm going live. So we're going to give you about 5 minutes. I want you to subscribe. Please subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Hit that button because that's going to help me keep this thing going. All right. Another thing I need y'all to know, today is August 1st. Y'all know the number 8 means a new life, new change. So we're going to be going into this month with thinking about change and being great, being better, being a better person, being a better mom, being whoever you are to people around you. Let's be better with each other. Okay. Also, I'm participating in a challenge called it is called video every day in August. So I will be trying to do a video for you guys every day in August. And today, of course, it's August 1st. We're going to be talking about the PPP loan forgiveness process. I have had so many people reaching out to me since I did the PPP loan video about the process and how to apply. And now everybody's like, well, how do I go about doing my forgiveness process? So we're going to go over that today. I do have some information for you guys straight from the SBA website. So we'll be talking about that based off what they have already put out there so that you guys can get a better understanding on what you need to be doing when it's time for you to apply for your forgiveness if you got the PPP loan and you want to apply for forgiveness. And as always, y'all know I am a teacher, so I am going to share my screen with you, and we're going to go through this article from the SBA that has been put out to help you guys walk through it so that you know what you need to do. So first and foremost, as you see PPP loan forgiveness, and this link is in the description. I've already put it there for you, along with some additional links that you'll probably see in here. I put those in there as well so that you can just go ahead and click on that, and then you can read over this again yourself, because it's not going to be that long. It's just going to be informational purposes. So if you need help with actually walking through the whole process, definitely get with me. I would love to help you, but you want to go ahead and set your appointment for that, and you can do that with the link in the description as well. So let's get through it. PPP loan forgiveness. Borrowers may be eligible for Paycheck Protection PPP loan forgiveness. I know a lot of people that got the PPP loan, they were told, some people told them that was guaranteed that it would be forgiven, but that's not true. It's not that it's a guarantee that it was be forgiven. It's just that you may be eligible for it to be forgiven, and we're going to talk about those things that will put you in a position where you can actually get that loan forgiven. Okay, so we're going to talk about the first draw PPP loan forgiveness terms. Then we're going to talk about the second draw PPP loan forgiveness terms, how and when to apply for the loan forgiveness forms and instructions, information about PPP loan forgiveness in other languages. So I'll talk about those different links there where you can actually go and get it if you need it in another language other than English. And I am an English speaker, so we'll be talking about it in English. Okay. First draw for forgiveness terms. Please pay attention if you had the first draw of the PPP loan. First draw PPP loans made to eligible borrowers qualify for full loan forgiveness if during the 8 to 24-week cover period following loan disbursements, employee and compensations levels are maintained. The loan process are spent on proceeds are spent on payroll costs and other eligible expenses. Now, we did talk about a list of expenses some time back. You can go and find that video so you can kind of get an idea of what those eligible expenses look like. And then also, at least, and we talked about this as well earlier, at least 60% of the proceeds were spent on your payroll costs. So if that, if that lines up with what you did, then you may very well qualify to have your loan forgiven. Okay. And then the second draw, let's go there. Let's talk about the second draw. Second draw PPP loan, same thing. Employee and compensation levels are maintained in the same manner as required for the first PPP loan, as well as the loan proceeds are spent on payroll costs and other eligible expenses. And again, at least 60% of the proceeds was spent on payroll costs. Okay. Moving on. Now let's talk about how will you go about in applying for the PPP loan forgiveness. You as a borrower can apply for the forgiveness once all your proceeds for which you got was have been used. That is when you definitely want to start applying for your forgiveness. Borrowers can apply for forgiveness at any time up to the maturity date of the loan. So as long as you do it before the loan terms is over, you should be fine. If borrowers do not apply for forgiveness within 10 months after the last day of the cover period, then the PPP loan payments are no longer deferred, and the borrower will begin making payments to their PPP loan. So you want to definitely do that before that cutoff time so that you can avoid having to actually start making payments. So the sooner you spend your money, the quicker you can go ahead and start applying for your loan, your PPP loan forgiveness. Okay. And then how to apply for the PPP loan forgiveness. If you follow me on Facebook, I put up a post about this. One of my mentors tagged me into it. Determine if your lender is participating in direct forgiveness through SBA and complete the correct forms. They're actually going to be a portal, but in this link that I did put in the description for you, if you click on this link here, let me get my mouse. If you can see where my mouse is here, when you get in that link, if you click on that, you can actually see if your lender is actually participating in the direct forgiveness portal. So for the borrowers who lenders are participating in direct forgiveness, you can use the SBA portal, and that portal is going to be available to you guys starting after August 4, 2021. So just check and see if your lender is participating by clicking that link. And if they are participating, you want to go ahead and use the portal. That way it can make it a little bit easier for you. Okay. So you'll just click that link and then you can find out if they're actually going to be using the, if they signed up for the direct forgiveness, and then you can use the portal on the SBA website. And again, that link is in the description. Okay. Direct forgiveness borrowers must use the SBA forgiveness portal. This question will be asked in the portal correspond to those asked on the SBA form 3508S. So if your lender is participating, they're going to want you to go ahead and use the portal. For borrowers who lenders are not participating in the direct forgiveness program, you must apply through your lender. So if your lender is not using the direct forgiveness with the SBA, you want to go to your lender. So you need to know where your money came from. You want to go to your lender, and then they'll be able to walk you through it, just as it says here. You must apply through your lender. Your lender can provide you with either the SBA form 3508, SBA form 3508EZ, or the SBA form 3508C, or a lender equivalent. So they may have something equivalent to that, but you would need to definitely get with your lender. So you can know what form you would need to be filling out, and they will more than likely help you out with that. And as it says here in the article, your lender can provide further guidance on how to submit the application. So definitely you will want to get with your lender. You want not the person that actually for those of you that have someone submit the application for you, you're not going back to them. You actually want to go to that directly to that lender so that they can kind of walk you through on what you need to do. And then that's where this next piece is going to come into play when you get ready to compile your documents. Okay, so it has been said that the SBA is not generally going to be asking for documents as to how you came up with your forgiveness amount, but it is best practices to go ahead and get all that documentation in place just in case they do decide to do some type of audit on you, and then they want to see how you came up with those numbers. So go ahead and get those numbers in place now so that you won't have to worry about it if they come. And if you're doing it the right way, you're legit, it's nothing to worry about. Just get your paperwork in order just in case they start pulling files and you end up being one of them. At least you'll have your information together. Okay, so compile your documents. SBA Form 3508S does not require borrowers to provide additional documentation to show the calculation used to determine their loan forgiveness amount, which is what I just told you about. However, SBA may request information and documents to review those calculations as part of the loan review or audit process. Just like I said in just a few minutes ago, it's not a requirement, but they may send you a letter or send you an email or something and say, hey, can we have these additional documents to verify the numbers that you submitted to us? So just to kind of get that up and rolling so you don't have to be worried about it, you go ahead and get that together now. Also, payroll. So provide documentations for all payroll periods that overlap with the cover period. Any payroll documentations that you may have, bank statements or third-party payroll services reports document amount of cash compensation paid to your employees, your tax form or equivalent third-party payroll service provider reports for the periods that overlap again with the period of the cover. And then you want like your payment receipts, any canceled checks or account statements, documenting the amount of the any employee contributions to the health insurance, retirement plans, all that different type of stuff. You want to make sure you have all that put together in a file just in case they ask for additional information while reviewing you, or you have to go through an audit. If you're using a third party payroll service, they're more than likely going to have all that stuff already for you. You just need to go ahead and give them a call, and then they will get you the information that you need, and you can just go ahead and store it, file it, put it away, and wait and see if you need to actually send that off to the SBA if they ask for it. Okay. All right, so do not include the following when calculating eligible payroll costs for loan forgiveness. So they're saying that this is what you should not be calculating when you're applying for the loan forgiveness. So qualified wages paid during April 1st, 2020 through December 31st, 2021 that are taken into account for purpose of claiming. Listen, the employee retention credit under section 2301 of the CARES Act, and that link is in this article. You can go ahead and read a little bit more about that. The coronavirus aid relief, and that link is there as well. So if any of those wages had anything to do with that, you don't want to count that in for your loan forgiveness. Okay, non-payroll, so these are expenses that were not payroll related, and we're going to go over some of them. So for expenses that were incurred or paid during the covered period, ensuring that obligations or service existed prior, keyword guys, prior to February 15th, 2020 for the first three listed obligations/services. Okay, so make sure that it was prior to February 15th. It can't be anything new after that. Can it be anything after that? It needs to be prior to February 15th, 2020. Okay, so we're talking about things like business mortgage interest payment. You're going to need a copy of your lender's amortization schedule and receipts verifying payments or lender account statements. business rent or lease. So if you have like a business and you have a lease and you're renting and you have those monthly payments, you want a copy of your current lease and receipts or canceled checks verifying that you made those payments. So just it's typical things that you guys are normally doing in business. Now you just want to kind of like pull all that stuff aside if you use that money for these expenses when you got your money, so you can kind of prove and show that, yeah, this is where the money went, and come up with those totals. Business utility payments. So if you have lights that you need to take care of for your business, you want to get copy of your invoices, more than likely you can pull that off of your utility portal, and that should be pretty easy for you. And then of course you want to have proof of payment. So if you did it online, you can probably pull your account payment history. And then if you want the bills, you can probably go in there and just pull down the PDFs if they have that option. Most of them do. I know mine do. You can just go in there and put in the month, and you can pull that PDF bill for that particular month, and you could just store it and put it in a folder and have it sitting there waiting, and just in case you need it. Okay. Covered operation expenditures, copy of invoices, orders or orders paid, receipts, canceled checks. So anything that you needed to operate your business on your day-to-day normal things that you would need, you just want to have those receipts and those invoices. That's why I always talk to you guys about invoices. Always get your invoice, because you can balance it. You can match that payment with that invoice and it can make sense. So just go ahead and pull those invoices for whatever you may have bought or whatever. And then if you use Amazon or anything like that, you want to go in and pull your Amazon transaction and make sure that those was business related, and if you spent that money on those operation expenditures. Okay. Covered property damage calls. So copy of any invoices for that. So if you had any property damage and you need to you pay for that out of your PPP loan, you want to get those invoices as well and just store them to the side just in case. Remember, this is just in case they end up asking you guys for this information. And probably more than likely they're going to ask for a lot of information due to all the scamming that's been going on. So just cover your assets and just get your stuff together. Covered supply calls. So um anything that you needed, like supplies, any contracts that you have, any line of credits that you're using and you had to pay that stuff off, any of that stuff, you want to make sure you have your copies of your contracts and your invoices or your purchase orders or whatever it is, however you're operating in your business, so that you can have proof of those payments and why and where you actually spent the money. So just pretty much checking balances. If you don't have an accountant, like my clients that got the PPP loan, I'm handling all this for them because I actually handle their bookkeeping. So if you have bookkeeping in place, this is probably going to be very, very easy for you, because all you got to do is probably pick up your phone, call your accountant, call your bookkeeper, and they're going to send you a file and have all this stuff ready for you just like that. But if you're doing it yourself, you're going to need to go ahead and gather all this information. Um, Cover workers protection expenditures. So any of that workers protection expenditures. So like say for instance, if you anything that you did in your business to comply with COVID-19, you want to make sure you have all of those invoices. Now, your bid or your quote, I saw this happen last week. Your quote is different from your invoice. So we're not looking for a quote. We're actually looking for something that says invoice on it. So because a quote is just a quote, it's not meaning that you bought it or whatever. It's just saying that that's what they quoted you for that particular product or that particular service. So we're not looking for the quote. We're actually looking for the invoice where it says invoice due and then invoice paid. So that's a two-step process. You can send the invoice due, but you need the one that also says invoice paid, because that shows that you actually paid it. So if you just send the invoice due and it's not showing where it was paid, then it's not going to be verifiable, because we can't verify that you actually paid it. So you want to make sure you're actually gathering the invoices where it shows that you actually paid. So keep that in mind. So anything that you did to follow COVID guidelines, you want to make sure you have that information as well. Okay. And just as always, like I said before, This list is not all inclusive. It's going to be more, is deeper than this. That's why you definitely want to get with a professional, get with somebody that know what they're doing so they can walk you through this process and help you fill it out and make sure you get all the documentations that you need so that you don't have to have any worries or stressing about anything. Okay. Submit the forgiveness forms and documentations to the SBA or your PPP lender. So, like we said earlier in the video, if your lender is participating in the program, in the forgiveness program with the SBA, then you're going to be using the portal that they have, which is going to open up after August 4th, 2021. So you would use that. But if your lender is not on that list and participating, you want to go to your lender and do your application, and then they will walk you through how to do all of that. And that is exactly what they're saying there in that paragraph. Depending on whether your lender is participating in direct forgiveness, complete your loan forgiveness application and submit it via the SBA direct forgiveness portal or via your lender with the required supporting documents. Your lender may follow up to request additional documentation. So it can go either way depending on who your lender is. So just be aware of that. And don't get yourself confused if like, oh, I can't use the portal. What do I do now? Go to your lender and get it done. Okay. Also, you want to make sure when you do submit your application, you want to continue to monitor your application because you may be getting emails or correspondence for additional information, or something may not be complete and you want to stay up on top of it so you can make sure they get the information that they need so that your application can be completed and processed as soon as possible. If SBA undertakes a review of your loan, SBA or your lender will notify you of the review and the SBA loan review decision. You have the right to appeal certain SBA loan review decisions. So what's that saying is, if they decide they want to review your application and maybe they say, hey, no, we're not going to forgive it, certain cases you will be able to actually appeal it. So just keep that in mind. So just because they said no now doesn't mean that that no sticks. You can go ahead and appeal it and fix whatever issues that they said that they had, and then go ahead and appeal it. So keep that in mind. No doesn't mean no solid no. You may just need to fix some things, go ahead and appeal it, and then you may get approved for the forgiveness. Your lender is responsible for notifying you of the forgiveness amount paid by the SBA and the date on which your first payment will be due, if applicable. So if you're gonna, so say for instance, if you got $20,000 in the PPP loan, but they're only going to be forgiving 10,000, your lender is going to let you know, okay, they're going to forgive 10,000. You're going to have to pay back 10, and then this is when your first payment is going to be due, and then this is how much is going to be due. So you want to stay in close contact with your lender just in case you do actually have a balance that's going to be due. So stay in contact with them so you can be up on that and not get into any issues where then now your credit is messed up because you didn't pay your loan, all that stuff. So just make sure you stay up to date with your lender. Borrowers who need assistance with direct forgiveness can also, like I said, contact SBA at their dedicated forgiveness call center. Let me read this number out to you guys. The number is 877-552-2692. The call center is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Again, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The call center can only assist direct forgiveness applicants. Let me say this again. The call center can only assist direct forgiveness applicants. What that means is if you call that number, you have already submitted an application. Do not use that number if you are in the process of submitting that application. You are thinking about should you submit an application, you need to direct that to your lender and find out what steps you need to be taken. This is going to be for people that have already submitted their application. They're going through the process, and then you should be using that number. All other borrowers, again, like I just said, I know sometimes I get ahead of myself because I like to make it plain instead of reading what's on the article, but I do like to read what's on the article because this is straight from the SBA website. But also, like it says, all other borrowers should contact their PPP loan lender. So like I said before, you want to contact the lender before before you use that number if you haven't submitted your application. Okay. Direct forgiveness borrower can also consult the SBA Direct Forgiveness Knowledge Base for frequently asked questions. I encourage you to use Knowledge Base. I use Knowledge Base all the time on different sites for things that I'm looking up, and you should get in the habit of doing that because most of your questions that you may have, the answer may be in there. So you definitely want to check that out. In this article, I also put some of these links in the description already for you. There's a frequently asked question about PPP loan forgiveness link. There's going to be a PPP loan forgiveness application instructions link for you to look through, the PPP Easy loan forgiveness application, as well as the instructions, and then the PPP 3508S loan forgiveness application and its instructions, and then the loan forgiveness requirements and loan review procedures as amended by the Economic Aid Act. All of that is in this particular link here in the description of this video. So if you need it handy, go ahead and grab it and save it. Guys, that is my spiel. I'm going to stop sharing here. If you have any questions for me, go ahead and drop them into the comments, and I will be sure to get back to you with any information that I have on that particular question for you. Don't forget to like, don't forget to comment and share. As most of all, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hello, Mary. Hello, Global World. Thank you for attending this live. I see the rest of you guys out there. You just haven't given me any comments, so I don't know who you are, but I really appreciate you guys sitting through this with me. I know sometimes this type of stuff is not fun to listen to, but it's very important for you to be knowledgeable and you know what's going on, especially if you got that PPP loan and you're considering getting the loan forgiveness. Okay. Now to go into the second part of this, we're going to talk about it tomorrow. I'm just going to give you a little brief. We're going to talk about who shouldn't be trying to apply for loan forgiveness. Okay. And you're probably going to have an idea of who I'm talking. If you did this fraudulently, let it alone. Okay. Let it alone. But we're going to talk about that tomorrow. And like I said, I'm going to be trying to do a video every day for you guys in the month of August. Y'all cheer me on. Pray for me because this is going to be a task because I have a lot going on. But I'm going to try to make it happen. I signed up for it. So I'm going to see what I can do with it. But that's my video for today. I hope y'all enjoyed it. If there's anything that I could have explained to you guys a little bit better, please let me know in the comments. I'm open to all feedback of making this better because this is for you. This is to help you. So tell me how to help you. I don't want to be trying to help you and I'm helping you in the wrong way. So please tell me how to help you. And if you guys actually enjoy the PowerPoints and the visuals more in the video, let me know if you like that so I can keep doing that so that you can actually see it. And if you want to take screenshots, you can do all of that and have it at your fingertips. That's my spiel. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all keep coming back and supporting me, and little old me is just so happy and so excited. I am on the road to 5,000. So guys, share these videos with as many people as you can. Shout me out. Tell them to go follow PEEMATHIS and subscribe to her channel on YouTube. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing. I love y'all. Y'all like my little family now. Like YouTube Nation. Like y'all taking over, and I'm rocking with y'all. I'm rocking with y'all till the wheels fall off. But that's my spiel. I'll see y'all later. I appreciate y'all. Y'all know I love y'all. It is what it is. Peace out.